Hello, if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Zainab. In today's video, we'll be talking about constructive criticism versus hate. Now, if you have ever received feedback and you came home and you go, were they trying to help me or were they hating on me? Well, if that happened, I'm here to solve that dilemma for you. In today's video, we'll be defining those two. We'll be talking about the key differences between those two to be able to differentiate them for the future so that you know how to respond accordingly. And then lastly, we'll be talking about how to respond to both of them, both the constructive criticism and the hate. Now, let's get right into the video. Okay, so in the first bit of the video, I want to define these words for you. I want to tell you what constructive criticism really is and what hate is, and I'm going to give you key differences between them so that you can differentiate. Now, the definition of constructive criticism is it's basically a statement or a suggestion that helps you improve. So it should support your growth mindset. And while it's meant to help you with whatever it is that you need help with, technically, it also will be delivered in such way that it's respectful and it is actionable and is specific, so that you can actually take on the advice and, improve yourself if you wanted to do that. On the other hand, hate is completely to harm you and it's personal and it's aggressive, okay? And these would be the definitions of these two. These are how they are constructed and these are how these two are delivered. Now, the key differences between constructive criticism and hate is divided into 3 points, which are intent, content, and delivery. With intent, constructive criticism's intent is to help you, and hate's intent is to harm you. And with content, constructive criticism's content would be actionable steps that you can take, and it will be regarding your work, not your personal attributes. On the other hand, hate will be towards your personal attributes, towards you as a person, and it would not be constructive. It will be non-constructive. Lastly, with delivery, usually constructive criticism is given with a respectful, loving, almost manner, and on the other hand, hate is delivered with a malicious toning, to put it that way. Let's put it that way. And also it's really aggressive. Now, these are the 3 key differences: intent, content, and delivery. Okay, in the second part of this video, I'm just gonna give you examples. Now, the first example will be a work performance example, and then I'm going to give you a creative performance example. So this is a constructive criticism example. I noticed your report had some errors. Let's work on a checklist to ensure accuracy next time. Now, okay, let's break this down. I noticed your report, it had some errors. That's pointing out what was missing, right? That's the point that you need to improve on. Then next bit is a solution to your problem. Let's work on a checklist to ensure accuracy next time. It's very positive. It's a growth mindset. It's suggesting that you will get better. You see my point. So this is the constructive criticism. Now, hate is like this. You are completely incompetent. You are not cut out for this job. I mean, first of all, you. Yeah, that's the entire thing I'm hearing. I don't know about you guys, but that's the bit that I keep on hearing. You are incompetent. You are not cut out for this job. It's making it so personal. The fact that you produced one not up to par work doesn't mean you are not cut out for a certain job. Do you think everybody when they start a job are perfectly good at it? No. Everybody makes mistakes and everybody's work can be not at par at times. And that being said, obviously this is completely a hate comment, and you can tell by the way I toned it, it was extremely obvious that it was hate. But like some people like to deliver it this way. You're so incompetent. Oh my god, you're so not cut out for this job. That also exists. So the way they are delivered, you need to realize the tone. You need to kind of low-key read the tone too, which is part of the delivery. Now, the creative work example for criticism I have for you is constructive criticism, because when I say alone, like when I say criticism alone, it also sounds negative. So constructive criticism example. Your painting has potential, but the colors need more depth. How about we use a broader palette? See that? And it ends with a question mark. Because it is a suggestion. Have you considered using a broader palette? That is a suggestion. It's because with constructive criticism, it's up to you to whether you want to take on that advice, that feedback, or not. You need to hear it and you need to be thankful for it, but it doesn't mean that you need to be able to apply it, because they just gave you their point of view. That doesn't mean that you want to apply it. Okay, but it's a suggestion and you can say it. And look at the way they are saying the first bit. Your painting has potential. That is a growth mindset. It has a potential. You will get better. You'll be good at this later on. You have a potential. And the hate comment is, your painting is terrible. You have no talent. Or, your painting is terrible. Oh my god, you have no talent. With whatever tone I put it, even if I read it like, your painting is terrible, you have no talent, it still is a hate comment. No matter what tone I put into that one. The word choice, first of all, your painting is terrible. Terrible word choice is an absolutely terrible word choice, to put it that way, if you're trying to help somebody. You have no talent. Such a harsh thing to say to someone. You have no talent. Again, your. That's the pattern. Personalizing it, making it about you. It's a goddamn painting, okay? No matter how important of a painting it is a painting. And paintings are, well, not paintings are, art in general is a subjectively thing. Art is never objective. And that being said, that doesn't make other person's music bad, or that doesn't make other people's paintings bad. And this comment, by the sound of it and by the way it's written and by the way it's formed and by the way it's delivered, as you can tell, it's a complete hate comment, okay? It's about the tone, it's about the word choice, it's about how untrue the things are, the way they are said. Okay, in the third part, I'm just gonna tell you how to respond to these comments, okay? Now, to respond to constructive criticism, these are the steps that you need to take. First of all, listen actively, because there is an advice there that you might be able to take on to improve yourself better, make it better. And then evaluate the feedback, evaluate the improvement point that they made. And if you agree, you can then take it on. But regardless, lastly, thank them for their feedback and go on with your life. That is literally it, okay? You just need to thank them. You don't necessarily have to use the advice. That is important for me to say. Don't forget that. Just because people give you feedback doesn't mean you need to get and use that feedback. Just thank them for their feedback because they give you their time to give you a possible idea or something, but you don't have to use it. To respond to hate, these are the steps that you need to take. First of all, recognize hate as non-constructive, meaning it's not helpful, it's not gonna improve your life in any sort of way. Next thing, get away from that person to protect your well-being. This is immediate action that you need to take, okay? Now, here's the thing. There are people in this world, for you, specifically for you, that will be worth the fight. Meaning, if they are making you feel bad, it's worth saying to them. Because they deserve to hear it. Some people do, okay? If it's your best friend and you've been friends for like, what, I don't know, like 20 years, and this girl had never said anything like this to you before, and all of a sudden one day she says something like this, she might be going through some stuff. Now, it doesn't make it right for her to hate you, like make you a hate comment at that given moment, because she's going through stuff, but she's your friend and it might have just came out of her mouth accidentally. That doesn't, I'm underlining it one more time, it doesn't make it right. However, due to your history and due to your love for each other, you need to give her some time to cool off if you think it's worth it. It's up to you to decide who is worth giving your time and who isn't worth giving your time. If she's worth giving your time, give her some time, let her cool off, talk to her again and say, if by the time she has cooled down, if she came back to her senses, she will come back and apologize to you. Okay? If she doesn't, maybe she didn't even realize. Go and tell her, look girl, you said this about me. I think I didn't like that, okay? It felt like a hate to me. I felt like you were hating on me. It didn't feel nice. I felt so upset. Please don't do that again. And again, once she come back to her senses, she will apologize to you. I know that this cannot 100% get rid of your pain and suffering from earlier, but at least it can get rid of the further damage that it would have made, okay? If she agreed with you then and there, she were like, yeah, you're right, I'm so sorry, then you know that her heart is in the right place. But if you went to her and said, look girl, this comment of yours made me feel so bad about myself, I was feeling really bad after what you have said, and her response is, oh well, that's my opinion, and I think it was right thing to say, then maybe your friend is no longer your friend, okay? Find a new friend. That's what I mean. Some people are worth your breath, some people are just not worth your breath. So when you when you hear a hate comment, sometimes the bigger thing to do, sometimes the most logical thing to do is to hear the comment and get out of there. After you had this hate situation with someone, if you need help, just sit down and talk. Like, some people are able to deal with emotions themselves, like they can sit down and, you know, talk to themselves and it gets better and they completely get rid of their feeling. I am personally someone who sits down, talks to herself, and then goes, okay, if it's gone, it's gone. If it isn't gone, I have my support, right? My friends. I have my best friend. I will go to her and say, girl, this happened, and oh my god, do I feel bad about this? And she will go like, Zainab, it literally doesn't matter, like it's not about you, it's about that. And then I feel better. It's nothing different than anything that I've said to myself. I would sit down and say to myself, Zainab, it's not about you, it's about them. But then it's like, when it's coming from me, sometimes, you know, sometimes I'm immune to my own self, so it doesn't work, I don't know. But then I go to my friend and she says exactly the same thing, and I go, what a lovely advice you have given me, I shall take that one. You see what I mean? So no matter whatever it is, just go to the one friend or the family you trust and tell them about it, and they will help you get through the feelings of it, okay? And yeah, that's it for today's video. I just wanted to tell you that constructive criticism is and will help you grow if you think it's worth it to use the advice. However, hate is to completely harm you, and it will be malicious to your emotional being. So if you are in a really hateful environment and you're friends with a lot of like people who are hating on you, get out of there. I beg you, get out of there. Having no friends is better than having friends that hate on you, okay? Because if you have friends that keep on hating on you, they're gonna affect your life in such negative ways. You need to be able to stay in a flourishing, positive environment for you to feel better about yourself. So instead, go and find yourself a flourishing environment. And that's it. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did like my video, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. And if you have any video ideas for me, or if there's anything you want to say regarding this video, and if there's any emotions and feelings that you would like to share, please don't be afraid to share them down below in the comment section. And yeah, that's it. And oh yes, if you would like to see more videos like this one, please do subscribe to my channel so that I can reach and help more people. And thank you so much. I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful day.